Good morning. My name is Fabien. I live in Dublin, and today I'm going to cycle all the way from Dublin to County Roscommon with a friend of mine. So it's going to be a 3-day trip. It has been, we have gone through a lockdown in Ireland over the past year and a half. So I'm really looking forward to getting out with my friend. There was a time we couldn't travel more than 5 kilometers away, and then after he went up to 20 kilometers, and now the restrictions are lifted. So I'm delighted being able to travel. So I will be traveling with my friend with a gravel bike. So here's my 2019 Cube New Road bike. I purchased this gravel bike through the Bike to Work scheme in Ireland, which means that it was €1,100, but it actually costed me €600. I like it because it's fairly racy, so it's like a standard, racing bike, but it has the advantage of having extra clearance between the ground and the derailleur and the cogs, the main cogs, so it means that if you have to cycle over tree roots or stones, it's much easier. And then the tires are 38mm tires. They are Schwalbe tires. They have a good grip, and they are much more comfortable than 25 or 28mm tires. It means you don't have to pump them up as much. The pressure is lower, and they cushion the bumps, they cushion the vibrations in the road or in rough terrain. And the handlebar as well on gravel bikes is a bit different. The geometry is different. It's always a little bit, I don't know exactly why, but the handlebar are not straight, as you can see here. That would be straight, and they are a little bit bented off like that. This is the battery for my light, which I need to connect. Those are Shimano Tiagra gear shifts, and I used to have Look clipless pedals, but I went for Shimano. Like this, I went for Shimano, so I still like the fact that you have a platform. See, the white part is a platform. Some Shimano pedals are much narrower, much smaller, but because I got used to the Look clipless pedals, I thought it might be much better having that extra support under the sole of the shoe. On the ground is all the stuff I've been packing. So I've tried to keep it light as much as possible, and luckily the weather forecast is pretty decent, which is unusual for Ireland. It's going to rain only on Sunday, so today is Friday. Saturday should be sunny and dry. Sunday they forecast some light rain, but it's about 3 millimeters of rain per hour.
So I'm using an application called Komoot, Komoot. It's a German company that provides this application that allows you to set up and route planner. So if you want to plan and various outing with different spots, it can be hiking, mountaineering, gravel biking. You can use this application. It will recommend you various routes depending on your fitness, depending on the type of activity you want to do, and will suggest a route for you. So let me show you how it works. For instance, if you want to cycle from Dunleary, South Dublin, so you can set it as the starting point. And let's say you want to go to Athlone, you can set it as, so it's pretty much what I've done, set it as the destination. You select your type of fitness, so let's say in good shape, the type of activity. So for me, it's not e-biking, so I unselect e-biking. You could have select hiking, bike touring, mountain biking, road cycling, running, gravel riding. So that's my bike. It's a gravel bike, which is very similar to a road cycling, but with higher clearance with the ground. A more comfortable geometry of the bike frame, and above all, thicker tires for better comfort, much more forgiving on rough terrain. And then you can also select enduro mountain biking, and mountaineering will be for the most challenging terrain, maybe in the mountains, in the Wicklow Mountains, for instance. So once you select your fitness, the type of activity, Komoot is going to draw a map on the map, the path that it recommends. It will tell you how much of a single track you're going to have, 6.28 kilometer. Whether you're going to cycle on a cycleway, so you can see it's 119 kilometer of cycleway. Street is 1.3 kilometer, probably mostly in Dublin. The road, you have 13.8 kilometers, probably also in Dublin. And how much you have of state roads? It's barely more than 100 meters. And then it will give you the time it will take you to do this journey, the distance, 141 kilometers, the descent. And obviously, if you select, you change your fitness, let's assume you change from in good shape to average, it will recalculate. You might even actually select a new path, which is it has less ascent, but because here it's not mountainous, it's fairly flat. It goes along the Royal Canal until Mullingar, and after Mullingar, it goes to Athlone along the old train track. For that reason, it's not going to retrace a new route if you change the fitness, because there is no climb to avoid whatsoever. But nonetheless, it's going to recalculate the time for you to do that distance, which is more than 10 hours of cycling, and a total of 141 kilometers. So that's in a nutshell how Komoot works. I have some pre-saved tours. So if I go on my tours, you can see I have several of them like that. I've put one for Japan when I go there next, one for the Shannon, and that's the one I did with Alex, my friend. So as you can see, it goes from Dublin to Athlone, and then you have a loop through Roscommon. So we actually did exactly what is on the map. We really stuck to the plan, and I think it worked pretty well for us. So we started our journey on the Royal Canal from Dublin. We passed Maynooth, Kilcock, and initially the pavement was not very good along the Royal Canal. Maybe between Castleknock and Maynooth, the cycling path is not properly paved, but from Maynooth as far as Athlone, it's really a really nice cycling path. It's mostly asphalt or compacted gravel, but very fine gravel, so perfectly okay even for a road bike. So on the first day we did 115k, passing Mullingar, and we stopped around here in an Airbnb. So that was 115k. And then on the second day we did 97k with the loop through Roscommon. We passed the Shannon River at Shannon Bridge. We had this nice stopover break here at a coffee shop in the fort. Very nice spot. And then we cycled past Clonmacnoise, which is an old abbey, I think, monastery along the Shannon River. So very scenic. Actually, here we did a slightly differently. We took those back roads here, but mostly, everything that is indicated here is the road that we've taken, and then we look back to the cycling path. The cycling path goes from Dublin to Galway, and so here's the cycling path, and we join it back here. Then we did some shopping in Moat, and we spent the second night at Streamtown in an Airbnb that is very, very close to, it was barely 100 meters away from the cycling path. So, it was very enjoyable and very safe. We had very little cars except maybe from here to Shannon Bridge. After Athlone to Shannon Bridge, we had a bit of traffic, very little traffic on the other side. Clonmacnoise, which is normally a very touristy place, was in fact very quiet, even though we were there. I think we were there on Saturday, but because of COVID-19, it was open, but because of COVID-19, I suspect, it was fairly quiet. So that's all about Komoot. I recommend it. You can even download the GPS coordinates if you want to, upload it onto your GPS device, Garmin or whatever device. Or Sigma is another one. And here you have also the elevation, a little representation of the elevation, and as you can see, it's pretty much flat. It might go a little bit downwards at the end on the way down to Dublin, but I know maybe some slight incline around here. It was a little bit hilly after Shannon Bridge, between Shannon Bridge and Ballingtown. Is it Ballingtown? Ballinahown. That was a little bit hilly, but beside that, everything was very, very flat and not very challenging.
So look at these bags, 40 kilometers and no dust. Impressive.
And your mud guards are very impressive, very
I
useful.
like my mud guards, yeah,
Very
totally.
useful with the bags on
But
top of it.
I have other mud guards, but I didn't bring them because I have that on the back, and that'll do.
Oh, you have a little bag as well.
Oh yeah, a man bag. Yeah.
A man bag?
A man bag, yeah. A man bag with the bike. A bike bag, yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
Oh, look at that.
I can keep everything in there.
So you're feeling still okay? Surviving?
Perfect. I can do another 150 kilometers today. No problem.
Oh, so what's the plan now with Apple Green? Explain to our...
So basically,
viewers.
I have a friend of mine who I go cycling with and who also works with me, and he's going to meet us for a quick coffee.
Okay.
Because he lives here and he's part of a cycle club.
Okay.
And I think it's lunch
What's
break.
his name?
His name is Raymond. Here I come, Fabien. What do you got?
Not too fast. No speeding.